Oh, okay, that's how this unscrews. You hold on to this with the wrench and then turn the whole plastic housing and it unscrews. Nope, I was right the first time. This is, check out, this is, looks like it's a backflow protector. Because this is actually way in. There's no way that the, this have to push in there. So this is actually a separate fitting. And then you gotta stick it through here and then you put it back on the back of it. So this is the piece I need. Huh. Glued in there.
So I went online last night and did a little research, and I found out that this is called a spray port. And unfortunately, it took me long enough just to find out who made it. And even after all that, I could only find one manufacturer that apparently makes it. And they only sell this piece that I need with the plastic cone that actually mounts into the side of the trailer and the backflow preventer, brass backflow preventer on the back of it as an assembly. And the going rate's about 30 bucks. You can find them on eBay, you can find them on Amazon, you can find them all over the web once you know what you're supposed to be searching for, which is spray port, quick disconnect, and 30 bucks. So if I could get one today for 30 bucks at my local RV dealer, I would, but when I call, everybody says they'd have to special order it. So I know I'm going to pay more for it at the RV dealer than I would online, and I'm going to have to wait, which means I'm still not going to have it for this weekend, which is when I need it. So I think what I'm going to do, because I think this is standard pipe thread, I think I'm going to try and come up with another solution. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out, I pushed in on there and that little O-ring actually went back into position by the looks of it, but I can't tell. I'm not going to bother putting it all back together to find out whether or not that solved the leak, because I also suspect it might be leaking where this piece right here threads into this, because if you look at it, you can actually see it's completely crooked. That piece is no longer threaded in there correctly. Now there's one or two possibilities here. Possibility number one, when they put this together at the factory, they put it together wrong and it's cross-threaded in there, which would completely explain why it would be leaking. Another reason it could be why it's leaking. The other possibility is this may have froze. Because of that backflow preventing valve right behind here, there may be the ability for a small amount of water to sit in this opening right here and have no place to go when it freezes and actually expand and pop this out. That's all theoretical at this point. But I did read online that the number one cause of failure on these is freezing in the wintertime. So they basically say, if it's working perfectly fine and you put it away in the fall, and then come spring you find that they're leaking or cracked, then typically the reason is freezing. All of this is all brass. Well, this is, I don't know what metal this is, but the other piece is brass, so I mean, there's not really anything gentle to crack like plastic. I guess some of these they have a plastic fitting on the back. But anyways, let's see what we can find out to replace this.
The GPS cannot find it. The place I'm looking for is one of the greatest little secrets in the heart of Worcester, Massachusetts, called Mechanics Bliss. And it's industrial supply, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And I decided I'm going to go there and look for that fitting, because it occurred to me that maybe that fitting is used in other industries for other applications, and they adapted it for use in RV as a quick connect for water. I mean, it basically looked just like a quick disconnect for an air hose, but it's got to be just the right size and all that. So anyways, I'm going to give them a shot, but good thing I know by heart how to get there and what street it's on, because GPS can't find it even though I spelled it exactly. And I'm on my way back. Took an hour drive today to get a grill I found on Craigslist. Saw an ad for a Weber grill, portable grill. I looked at the picture. It was definitely definitely a Q grill. Couldn't tell from the picture what model though. I had to shut the camera off, wait for that tickle in my throat to subside, because allergies are kicking my butt. But when I stop at the Mechanic's Bliss, I'll take a quick look at that grill. Ah, yes. Wonderful traffic. 2:25 in the afternoon. Too late for lunchtime traffic. Well, broken pieces all over the road. Guy on his cell phone. Car all crunched up. That's part of the problem. I see more lights up ahead. Yep. Looks like another accident up ahead there. I only saw one car over there, so it looked like that guy got swiped on the side, and then the car that hit him probably kept going a ways, and then maybe got into something up here. I don't know. Definitely something in the left lanes there, because the left lanes aren't moving. Oh yeah, we got flares. Probably not going to get a look at this because my view is going to be blocked by all this other traffic. There's a school bus pulled over. Tow truck for the school bus. That's not good. Can't see what I'm filming. Ah. Clear sailing. Union Station. The old train station. They spent a ton of money fixing this up.
Take first exit to Foster Street.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop the camera while I negotiate this rotary. Just occurred to me, you might not have known what I meant when I said rotary. Rotary is a term that seems to be very unique to New England, or Massachusetts for that matter. I guess in other parts of the country you might call them a roundabout. Intersection where it's a circle that several roads intersect into the circle, and you have to kind of blend into the circle and exit out of the circle.
Turn right on.
Oh, I missed the street. Now I gotta go through this low rent district here.
Drive 0.2 miles.
This
Then
whole
turn
area of
right
the
on
city
Main
is a bunch
Street.
of old factory buildings that are no longer, they're either used for warehouse or there's some businesses here and there, but for the most part, this is not an area of the city you want to be in at night.
Turn right on Main Street.
That looks like a good spot to dump a body.
300 feet. Then turn left on Herman Street.
I don't have a body to dump, like, just saying. But then you see, there's obviously there's some business going on here. You got fork trick. Well, that unassuming looking building right there is the home of Mechanic's Bliss on Herman Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. And it's a great industrial supply house. They have a terrific assortment of O-rings, from tiny little things all the way up to these huge things I would never use. Hydraulic fittings, hoses, and then you name it as far as, if you need gloves and all kinds of nice stuff in there. And sometimes I just go in there with something that I don't expect anybody's going to have, and they have it, so we're going to give them a shot. So there's a Weber grill I picked up, and they didn't know what model it was. So they got the model number off the bottom, which is some long model. The short model name for these is usually like a Q100 or Q200, so from the photo I couldn't tell what it was. They said they only used it for about a year. They were moving and couldn't take it with them where they were moving to, because they were moving to a condo, asking $125. And I went online and looked it up. I figured, hey, if it's a Q100, that sells for $149 new. That's not that good of a deal. But if it's a bigger one, it might be worth it. So she got me the model number. I called Weber, and Weber, great customer service line, was able to tell me that this is a Q200, the bigger grill. And this grill sells brand new for $199 at Home Depot, which is, if I get it for $125, it's a little bit of a deal. But I said, would you take 80? She said, no. So how about 100? I said, well, if it's as clean as it looks in the ad, I'll give you $100 for it. So I drove an hour to get it. But I got this grill that cost $200 new for $100. But they also had the cart. And the cart on this model doesn't come with the grill. So $199 buys you the grill, and $89 buys you the cart. So you're looking at $288 plus tax to buy a new one. And this one, with hardly any use on it, $100.